welcome to MCS News.
Tonight's big story. A skeleton has been found on the site of Monmouth Comprehensive's new school.
Nia and Dan reporting from the school to find out what Mr. Hampton...
Hi, I'm Dan and welcome to MCS News. Hello, I'm Alina. Today we are going to interview 3 builders involved in building a new school for Monmouth Comprehensive School. Hi builders, what did you hear about this crime?
So basically, right, I was digging the new foundations for the school and I found a skeleton when I was digging. So I didn't know what to do really, so I just called my friend, Gary.
All I remember is I heard my friend call, so I went over to the hole and there it was, a wee skeleton. I went with my friend Derek and all we saw in the hole was a skeleton lying dead. Thank you builders for all your helpful information. Now back to the studio.
Thank you for that. On a brighter note, let's go to the weather with
Thank
Molly.
you, Tegan and Alfie. Right, now where we are in Wales, it looks slightly rainy and some low pressure coming round there. But as we go up the map, there's some sunny spells and high pressure coming round. As you can see, the wind's coming down and then coming back this way. But don't let this dampen your spirits. Back to the studio with you, Tegan and
Thank you
Alfie.
for the weather, Molly.
Now over to Nia and Frankie with Mr. Williams.
We're still here at Monmouth Comprehensive School at the scene of the tragic incident. We are here with Mr. Williams discussing the tragic news. So, Mr. Williams, how do you feel about this pause to the building process?
It's quite shocking really that a body's been found, but hopefully the builders can continue as normal.
Are you comfortable with teaching a possible murderer?
A murderer? Well, no, it's not comfortable thinking somebody could be in my class that's a murderer, but it could be you.
Dun, dun, dun. Have any of your students recently gone missing?
Well, there was one that was absent yesterday, but I just presumed that they were ill.
Do you feel like the detectives and police are doing enough?
Absolutely. They're working extremely hard, but it's a sensitive case, so they must be left alone to do their job.
Do you think this will affect the overall outcome of the new school?
Not at all, no. I'm sure the build will continue and it'll be fine.
Thank you very much, Mr. Williams. Back to the
Thank you for that, Nia and Frankie.
Now over to Georgia and Neil with Miss Gardiner.
Thank you, Tegan. We are here at Monmouth Comprehensive School for our last interview with Miss Gardiner. We are discussing the report of the skeleton that was tragically found under this old school building in the process of the new school building. How do you feel about the horrific discovery?
I have to admit, I'm very, very surprised, and I'm certainly wondering how the skeleton actually got to where it was.
Have you any idea how this happened?
I have to admit, I haven't the slightest clue, but I do know that it's a police matter. It's an individual investigation there that's going on, and I'm sure that they will come to their conclusions shortly.
Do you think this incident will affect the overall outcome of the new school?
What do you mean by that?
The development.
You mean the building of it, yes? In terms of whether I think that it will stop the building, it won't stop the building of our new school, but I'm sure it will put it back a little bit because naturally the police will be investigating and we would want to find out why the skeleton was found, where it was found, in order to make sure that they know exactly what happened.
Are the builders as shocked as you are?
I haven't had a chance to speak to all of the builders, but certainly the builders that I had spoken to who found the body were very shocked. I mean, how do you feel about it?
We feel very, very shocked and taken aback, really. Moving swiftly onwards. Will this terrible event affect the school's good reputation?
Well, I think the school has such a wonderful reputation anyway that although we as a community are shocked to find the skeleton there, I know that our students, our staff, our parents will all continue to think very highly of this wonderful school.
All the students are innocent.
Now, obviously this is a police matter, they are investigating it, but naturally I am very, very proud of every student in this school, and I would imagine that they have nothing to do with this incident and can't imagine one way that they could be involved in it.
How long do you think it will take for everyone to get over this tragic discovery?
I imagine, like anything, that it will take people a long time. It's been a shock for the builders. You've said that you've been shocked, we're shocked. But naturally, once we know why the skeleton is there and what has happened, and once we find out the reason behind it, I'm sure that will help us get over it.
Thank you very much, Miss Gardner. You've given us lots of useful information. Back to the studio with Tegan now.
Breaking news. The identity of the skeleton has been found. DNA tests match the fact that the skeleton is in fact a skeleton from the school science lab.
Wow, that shows how unpredictable these things are.
Now that's the news. See you next time. Goodbye.